This is REPSO Video, and I'm Theodore Ross, Editor-in-Chief of the Food and Environment Reporting Network, or FERN. I'm here today with FERN contributor Boyce Upholt, and we're going to talk about Boyce's new podcast episode on REPSO. It's called Redfish Blues, and it's about land loss along the Gulf Coast of Louisiana and what that's doing to one of the state's most iconic fish, the redfish. Hi, Boyce. Welcome to REPSO Video.
Hi, Ted. Thanks for having me.
All right. Well, why don't we just jump right into it? My first question for you today is, why this story?
Yeah, so I am based in New Orleans, and I am really interested in kind of ideas of nature, particularly down here on the edge of the Gulf of Mexico. And so when I saw that this very famous fish, redfish, was in decline, I was immediately intrigued. And then I very quickly realized there was much more to the story, that everything that there's a lot about this fish that I thought I knew that I didn't have right.
And in your reporting, what was the biggest obstacle?
I think one of the biggest obstacles was just the legislative process, right? So it turns out that deciding what to do with a fish and what kind of rules to set seems like a simple matter, but there's a lot of people that have a lot of opinions. There's a lot of different groups that have oversight over it. And so it was just a long, slow churn on developing a major new rule for the redfish. And it just took a lot of patience talking to a lot of different agencies to stay on top of how those changes were coming down the pike.
And now that it's out, what's the takeaway?
I think the biggest thing to me is thinking about our relationship with the ocean. So, redfish are in decline, but they're already gone from our plates in Louisiana. You can't eat wild caught redfish. And so to me, the big thing is we're deeply disconnected from this really essential ecosystem. And I hope that through this story and through fish like the redfish, people can become more reconnected.
Thank you, Boyce. If you want to listen to the full story, and why wouldn't you? Check it out at REPSO or on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. Or you can get it from the good people at WWNO's Sea Change podcast. We partnered with them on this episode, and we're grateful for their hard work. That's it for today. But if you want to learn more about FERN's dispatches from the front lines of food, farming, and the environment, or if you want to donate to support our work, go to www.thefern.org. Thank you.